Out, an Asian American musical, was released in 2023, written by Kailash Chu and directed by the same person. It was a production put on by Harvard University, which you should have heard of by now, unless you've never looked into Ivy League schools. Featuring a cast of amazing actors and actresses, Out gained momentum after one actor in the musical, Elio Yoon, went viral for his performance of Copacabana with the Harvard Diatonics, an a cappella group. This drove a lot of fans to his other performances, and hence to Out. But I'm not just going to be talking about Elio Yoon, the man himself, no hate to him though, he's pretty cool, but also the character he plays in the musical, someone named Casey, as well as Casey's counterparts. Welcome to Out, an Asian American classic. Bam! Opening number. Out's opening number is fittingly titled Out and introduces us to our three main characters, Oliver, Casey, and May. Oliver is a young man who is on his way to college and out of his home. Casey is a man who is desperate to get the promotion at his dream job, but hasn't even stopped to think about if he wants the job anymore. May is a high school dropout who hasn't spoken to her mother since she came out to her as bi a couple years earlier. These are our three main characters whose stories are about to collide. May works at an Asian market named 98 Ranch and is packaging what looks to be ramen until she is called away to tend to the cash register. She laments how she's tired of working and how she's 2 months behind on rent. To keep up appearances though, she has to act fine, finishing her part of the song with
Day by day, I know I'll be fine, but there's something missing I'm needing. Yeah, I'll find it somehow, but for now, snacks to check out.
Casey is at 98 Ranch trying to buy snacks for his workplace's break room. An employee tells him they don't have the exact type he's looking for, and this seems to agitate Casey. Casey, shouting at the employee, asks if the employee is trying to get him fired. After all, everyone knows how Janice gets when she doesn't get her kiwi snack. Casey breaks into song telling us about his want for a promotion at his work. He keeps telling himself he's happy, that he just needs to work harder. He's under a lot of stress. He finishes this by saying,
Oh, parents proud, career is in line. Right is worth it, I'm sure of it. Give 100%, 9 a.m., 8 hours, clock out.
Oliver is also at the same market with his family, preparing for his dad's arrival home after a doctor's appointment. Oliver and his mom have some trouble at the cash where May says their coupon is expired before giving them a discount anyways. Oliver is shown here as this guy who thinks he can handle everything by himself. Oliver is going off to college in a week after going to community college for 3 years. Eventually, he tells the audience about his excitement to get out of his town, out of his family's home, to live his own life. He ends this with,
Whoa, leave home, I hope they'll be fine. There's something I know I've needed, gonna burst at the seams to be free. Can't wait to get out.
Now, you might be noticing a theme with these lines. So, who's next to check out? 8 hours, then I clock out, and can't wait to get out. They all have the word out in it. These three verses are used in the eventual end for the opening number, blending together in an almost mind-melding way, finishing with an out in unison among the cast.
Am I allowed to feel this? Happy to leave when all this time away. Family, but I can't wait to leave. Can't wait the door to say goodbye.
That's not what I want, but for now,
Can't wait to
I'm at the checkout.
Let me just say, this is a banger of an opening number. I mean, after I finished the musical, I was still thinking about it. Still had it stuck in my head endlessly. The way it introduces the characters in such a wonderful way, the immediate connection of them all being in this supermarket together. Everything down to the choreography in this song is perfect. Now, in fair 98 Ranch where we lay our scene, here lie our three main protagonists, and what comes next is up to the musical. this song. This song. To be fair, all songs with Oliver's mother just hit different in the worst kind of way. It starts with Oliver's mother worrying over him, lamenting that maybe he should just wait a few years before going to college. Oliver is mildly annoyed by this, stating that he can take care of himself. His mom continues to worry, trying to convince him not to go, and it ends in a fight. The fight ends with Oliver's mother screaming that his dad isn't home. Oliver seems agitated by this, asking his mom what happened. His mother tells him that this bump on his father's leg is getting bigger. She tells him he's going to be at the hospital for a day and that he'll be back tomorrow. She continues to nag Oliver, specifically about getting a girlfriend. Oliver, to alleviate his mother's worries, tells her he has a girlfriend. Only one problem: he's gay, and he's not out to his mom. Stick It Out is my favorite song in this musical, or at least one of them. The scene begins with Casey, who is making a sales pitch to his bosses, centering around some kind of dating app. During this presentation, Oliver messages Casey, telling him that he effed up and that he told his mom that he had a girlfriend. Unfortunately for Casey, his notifications are on and it interrupts his presentation, effectively ruining it. His boss tells him not to overwork himself, telling him that he's already doing so good. Then Stick It Out officially starts. Casey is extremely stressed and frustrated, telling himself it will all be just fine. Casey is singing about his gripes with his job, saying how he feels like his job is never ending. His efforts are ignored by his bosses, and it takes his best just to be on par with other people. He overworks himself just to be an average employee, and he doesn't feel like he gets recognized for his work a lot. Casey also talks about his feeling of owing his parents this job, saying,
After all they accept me for the person I am, don't wanna burden them with what people say. I wanna wash all of their worries away. So I'll be the perfect child, I'll be the golden son today. Yes, I know that I'm trapped in a box, stuck in a binary world, and I didn't belong. I have so many things I should do check off, so I look like I'm fine.
This is because Casey is a trans man. He feels like he needs to make it up to his parents. He thinks that he owes it to his parents, this undying commitment to this job that they talked about for so long. He wants to earn his parents' love because he doesn't think he deserves their support. Casey ends the song getting an idea to solve both his and Oliver's problems, calling him, saying,
Oliver, I have an idea.
Cue the same Asian market from before, the 98 Ranch, and May and her friend / coworker Linda are working the cash. A woman comes to the cash asking for a refund, and Linda explains they don't issue refunds for food, which is pretty standard. The woman explains that the food has gone bad, the food in question being kimchi. Now, according to Google, the correct way to store kimchi is to store fermented kimchi covered tightly in the refrigerator. Keep it pressed down to minimize air exposure. Now, obviously, this woman did not do this and is angry at May and Linda, asking for the manager. After Linda leaves to get the manager, the woman offhandedly remarks that she didn't think Linda was very smart, along with some other slightly racist comments. This causes May to lose her temper, launching the kimchi all over the woman, drenching her. Very deserved, by the way. Linda then comes back with the manager, and May is promptly fired. Linda tries to comfort and help May, but May just gets angry, telling Linda that she's not May's mom and to stop acting like it. Then, Find My Way Forward starts, and May begins to sing. May begins speaking about how she hates empty consolation, hates the way people think they know what's happening to her. May is stressed, May is behind on rent, and May can't even get a job because she doesn't have a high school diploma. May is determined to find her way forwards by herself without the help of anyone else, as she's done so many times before. One of my favorite lines in the song is,
They say the journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step, but the thought I'd listen to some dead old man doesn't shit right in my head.
May expresses her feeling of a determination to make a life for herself all by herself, as other people just don't understand or will weigh her down.
So part of enduring, take my life, make it turn around for me. All I want is to be free. Shut them out, do my own thing. All I need is to believe. Find my way forward, take the lead. Don't need anyone's help, I can handle it fine.
Okay, exposition time, my little trash gremlins. Casey calls Oliver, telling him about this dating app that Casey has been advertising. It's called Plus One, with a plus sign, by the way, and it's a dating app for fake dates, specifically for social events and settings. Oliver expresses his uncertainty with the idea, but Casey swiftly reassures him, telling Oliver that it'll get him a fake girlfriend for the evening and get Casey an advertisement for his job. Oliver reluctantly agrees, downloading the app, to which Casey explains that his work will cover the entire cost if Oliver helps them make an ad. Halfway across the world, aka outside of Ranch 98, May downloads Plus One, seeing the salary, which is quite high. She begins flipping through profiles, saying things like "need a dinner date from a week from now," and such things. May swipes right on a profile, and Oliver gets a notification. Then Oliver and May officially meet, starting "One time isn't so bad" with a simple
Hey,
Hi.
so what's your sitch?
Well, today I dug myself into a ditch.
A what?
Now, you might be thinking, hey, Pat, why does the video end here? We're not done. The musical isn't over. And that's because I want you all to check out this musical for yourself. It is free on YouTube. Free. No strings attached. No demon having your soul. Free. I highly recommend you go check out this musical, not just due to my raving review of it, but because it's a strong commentary on things like generational trauma, especially within Asian households. I'll be leaving the link to Out in the description of this video, and I do hope you enjoyed my review/rant. Hello all viewers and potential customers. Today I will be advertising two things. First, my Twitch. You can find me at twitch.tv/PackRatPat, where I'll be live sometimes to play video games with my friends or all by my lonesome. Come check me out. Second thing on the agenda today is subscribing. Now, before you skip this segment, I do assure you it is free, of no cost to you or your bloodline. You simply hit the big red button and suddenly you're subscribed to more content. That's all, my wonderful viewers, and have a wonderful day.